Hi, hello. Forgive me for kind of like looking crazy. It's pretty late. It's like, I don't know, 11 or so at night, almost midnight. And I just got done like driving around and dashing and everything. I don't know why I'm so out of breath. Need more coffee. I kind of wanted to come on here. I'm not like, I don't know. This is so bad to start, but like I'm not really good at like, I don't know. I should really start this over, but I'm not going to. I'm going to keep going. Um, the main reason, like, why I'm making a video, is to talk about like dealing with transphobia. Obviously, I mean, if you couldn't tell, I'm transgender. My name is Kamaria Nix Nance. I'm 23. I've been transitioning for about almost a year now. I started in January, and it's almost the end of September. So in next January, it'll be a year. I was transitioning kind of before then, but because of some financial issues and everything, I had to kind of restart the whole process over again this year, which was rough, but I'm also really grateful because I'm still transitioning and still taking hormones, still going through it, still awesome. I'm kind of behind, in my opinion, on like what I feel like other trans I don't know. It's I mean, I get like you're not supposed to like look at the media and look at other people and like judge like where you're at. Everyone's process is their own, and I'm like really, I don't know. I feel really behind because I haven't gotten my name changed. I haven't, even though I'm on hormones, like I haven't really done too much in terms of like talking to a therapist and getting my letter, things that I really want to do, but I just haven't been. I just haven't done yet. And let's focus the topic. Dealing with transphobia. I feel like the main reason why I want to start like making videos and stuff is because I really want to find a community. I live in Fresno, California, which is, I guess people like think California is like this, this great town. Or California is like a great state, very like liberal, very like open minded, things like that. But in my experience, especially growing up here in Fresno, I mean, I guess I do think that, it's not the worst place to be. There's definitely, I think, many areas that could be a hell of a lot worse. I'm happy that, I could start like my transition and like be recognized. And I think, especially transitioning now, like a lot of people are more accepting and everything. But I still like on a daily basis feel like just like going to work or like going to the grocery store or going to basically anywhere, like I still feel like I get a lot more attention than I would like to. I'm always kind of like, I've always kind of been like girly ever since I was little. Like I always wanted to like wear makeup and wear like hoops and wear like just like really girly things. Like I've always kind of had this idea in the back of my head that I was a girl. I didn't really think of myself as trans because growing up, like I didn't like when like you googled like trans like women and like transgender individuals, like it you saw like basically like really like messed up like surgeries. Like it was just like it just wasn't like how I see like trans women now. So I didn't really like have a good opinion about being transgender. So I didn't really want to be transgender. I just thought I was kind of gay. And then growing up and exploring myself more. Like I always knew I was feminine. I thought like when I discovered RuPaul's Drag Race and everything that maybe that's what I was. I was like maybe I want to be a drag queen and do this like for performance or whatever. But then like I kind of started to realize that I didn't want to do it for the sake of performance. And a lot of like, although I think it was like nice to um I don't know, like I just never liked the idea of having to take it off. I think that, coming up with names and everything, like I had always like in my mind had idea of like names and like everything to become like a drag queen or whatever. But and I never really like I don't know, I never started like going to shows or really anything like that here. But I met at when I started working at Domino's, like I think it was like 2 years, is it a year ago or 2 years ago. I met a trans man, and like he was going through the process of transitioning, and like he was legally getting his name changed, and I would just like I looked at him and I was shook. I was like, oh my gosh, like I can't believe like I've never met a trans person before, and it's just crazy to me that I met someone who was trans, and I immediately became like interested in the process of everything. He showed me videos of like his voice and like hormones and stuff like that, and I was like, wow, like people are really doing this. Like this isn't just like, I don't know, something on like the media. Like people are actually like in Fresno, like in my community, going through this. So I started questioning myself. I'd always felt like out of place just being gay, and I kind of felt like, like I didn't really know who I was. I didn't really think I had any sense of direction or any sense of like who I wanted to be. I kind of like in my mind had a fantasy of, like, about being a woman, but like it was never something I really like manifested. I really didn't equate that to like being trans. I just thought like I really had like a passion for like women. But when I started, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it out and I'll start transitioning. And so I started transitioning, taking hormones, just like seeing how it was, and like I literally had never felt more happy in my life. Like I never felt more like whole or like anything made more sense than like me being able to find to identify as a woman, for me to enforce like pronouns and use she her and start wearing like women's clothes. Like I just felt so I felt me, like for the first time I really felt like me. The trouble that came with that, even in like high school and stuff, like I've always been like really flamboyant, wearing like long hair and like dressing in like dresses. Like I remember to prom, like I went full out and got like full glam, full hair, full makeup, full dress, heels, everything. And I felt really comfortable and I was really happy. But again, still didn't think of myself as trans. And it was kind of just like, this is a gay boy who's obviously like very, very flamboyant, like very draggy. Um, it wasn't, I don't know, I don't know why I think I had more confidence then. But as soon as I started like transitioning, I kind of the dysphoria kind of like stacked on, and I was just like, wow, like there's so much of me that's like not womanly. Like I just started thinking so many like negative things about myself. The more like the more I've been on hormones and stuff like that, the more like things like progress and things change. I'm like, I do feel happier, but I feel like the constant interactions, the way that I interact with other people, especially, makes a difference. It's hard to like, you know, I get up every day and I like cheer myself up and I'm like, you know what, you're beautiful, you're great, you're like doing you're like being the best person you can be, just trying to make life happen. And then like I don't know, it seems like trivial and it seems like nothing, but like dealing with people looking at me and then like misgendering me and then laughing and then like saying like, oh, like he, she, and like stuff like that, like it gets to me. And I feel like, I'm I want to get to a place where I don't have to deal with that. I wish that I could, like, get FFS tomorrow and just, like, get my face done, or, like, get breasts, get my body augmented so that, I looked more feminine. Even though I'm 5'11", I still think that, like, there are things that I could change about me to at least be like, I don't know, people don't just look at me and they're like, what are you, Um, I don't know where I'm going with this. I just, I wouldn't say it's the worst thing in the world. I'm not being harassed. Like, I'm not being like, people aren't calling me names. People aren't like throwing things at me. Like, for the most part, I feel like, especially from men, like, I think guys are really nice and use she, her pronouns, especially like when I'm like in the store, or like, especially like when I like make sure that I'm like tucking and everything. Like, I feel like people are really sweet, and or guys, especially guys are really sweet, and they'll like make sure to like use the right pronouns and everything. I don't know if like it's a different thing. I can tell by both genders that they may be confused. Um, More times so men than women, because I know that men like objectify women. So like I feel like I don't know. It's weird. I can't really explain my experience or what it is I feel, but I know that like people on a daily basis don't treat me how I was treated before, like before I started transitioning. I guess you can't expect that, but like I know it's not like how other people get treated. Like, either people immediately tell I'm trans and they're extremely like nice and like call me things like beautiful and stuff like that, and then I feel like uncomfortable because it's like, okay, like I'm not here trying to get celebrated or anything. I'm just trying to live my best life. And then like also like people who, look at me and then like snicker or like that kind of thing. Like, it's either or most of the time. Some people do treat me like a normal fucking human being. But I feel like that's rare, even with people that are close to me. I feel like it's I don't know. It's difficult. I feel like people. My stepmom told me that when you transition, or like, it doesn't just affect you, like it affects the people around you. And I think now in this time in my life more than ever, I really see that just from like family and like friends. Like, it's hard being around someone who is like me, I guess. Even though I feel like a woman and I think that I know I'm a woman, it's still difficult for other people around you to not to feel awkward or feel like weird being around you. And I think I may just have like a over hyper awareness of everything, but I don't know. I feel like it's still something that I think that I see, and it bothers me. I don't know. I really wish I was better at talking. It's just rough, and I wish that I could like talk to people or interact with people. I mean, I feel like I could reach out to, the coworker that I had and probably talk to him about like, different stuff. I don't know. I guess I'm not the greatest communicator, and I like not the best person to like reach out and like stuff. So I figured, why not put some time and like make a video for the internet and see if like other people can like share, I don't know, similar stories, want to be friends. I don't know. Yeah. I just wish, I wish I were different, mainly. Um, and I guess there is a sense of having like that confidence and being like, fuck what people think. Like, I'm me, and I don't need to have like surgeries and all this stuff in order to be hyper feminine. But at the end of the day, like, I think it's also a degree of my dysphoria combining with the behavior of the people around me. Sometimes when I look at myself, I don't feel the best because I think like, oh, I have a big nose, oh, I have a big chin, like, oh, I have broad shoulders. Like, I look at all the masculine traits about me and I think like, wow, like, I really wish I could change these things already. And so like when I think about these things a lot, and then I also deal with people, looking at me and being like, oh, wow, or like, um, it kind of gets to me. I feel like the times when I feel the most feminine and the most confident, um, it's most of the times it feels like no one can really like step on me or anything. But then like when I come into work and I feel like, or go to anywhere and I feel like, people aren't addressing me, people aren't looking at me, people aren't like talking to me, or the opposite, like where they're giving me too much attention and they're looking at me too much, or they're overcompensating for the fact that, you know, whatever. Like, I get it. Like, people, I'm a rarity in this community, and there's not many people like me, and that they have to, grow to understand and like take time to like really like interact and like find their steps or whatever to interact with me. Um, but it is a struggle, like on a daily basis, to just not feel normal or have like normal interactions with people. And I wish it was different. Honestly, I just wish it was different. And I hope that, I'll continue to do this probably because it's not changing. And I want to be able to vent and talk about like these things that I go through and not feel like I have like a one-sided conversation. I mean, I am kind of still, but, I'm looking at me, so we're good. um, yeah, yeah, yeah. I think that's all I really like had to say. Just wanted to. I'm sorry. This was such like. This is so like weird and like not the greatest. Like I really should have like wrote down points or whatever to talk about. This I think this is mainly for me. So if you watch this, thank you. But I think I really just need to talk about my what it's like and feeling like I'm not crazy and that like being black and being trans is a thing in this, not only this country, I feel like the world, but like being a black woman, black trans woman, especially in this country, is hard. It's really hard because not only do I feel not accepted by the black community, I don't entirely feel accepted by the LGBTQ community, and like it's just rough. I watch a lot of people on the internet who another tangent who talk about like supporting trans women and everything. And then I've read, Janet Mock's book, Surpassing Certainty, which was like profound, and I never related to a story so much or felt like I was really understood more than reading that book. But I just wish that I didn't have to walk outside and feel afraid and feel like, I don't know. I wish that I could just go and feel comfortable. I could feel comfortable being myself and just interacting with people and not feel like I'm weird or I'm a freak or I'm taking up so much time or like me being myself is affecting other people. Like, I shouldn't feel that way. No one who feels that way. Nobody. So why should I? I deserve better for myself. Yeah, so I think I should end it there. It's been like 20 minutes. Me just talking. But yeah, if you watch this, I appreciate it. I'll probably be making more soon. Just me venting, probably making story times because I feel like I go through a lot of fucking bullshit, and I should share it on the internet or something, make some coin off of it. Just kidding. But yeah, that's it for now.